Yo, welcome to Crate 808, and today we are going Wu-Tang heavy. Yes, we got Cappadonna, the man himself, to sit down with us, have a little chat and see how he's doing right now. And man, it's just an absolute legend. Anyone remembers the ice cream video, anybody remembers Winter Wars, anybody remembers he will have a by himself meeting to just see who will catch a beating, he's here. So yes, we're going into that, but before that, we've got a little clip into our Patreon. I know people loved the Ironman episode we had. Now we're going into Supreme Clientele. So there's 2 episodes this week. If you sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/crate808, go on there, subscribe, and you get yourself some Ironman love and some Supreme Clientele. Then we've got Bulletproof Wallets coming up as well. So we're doing all of Ghostface's solo career. Here's a little clip on how that sounds if you're not on the Patreon. And then we go into some Cappa. Let's do this. Boom. Ghostface Barber's on here, Dean. Ghostface Barber. I mean, come on.
I know. Ghost Barber produces like probably the greatest one-off beat moment ever. Like, he just kind of, it's like one shot, one classic song.
It is fantastic how what's his name again? Black Moses Art. Is it Black Moses Art? Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
I mean, great name as well. But I'd love to have been there when he was trying to pitch this beat. But straight away with the nutmeg, it's nutmeg, by the way, for people who don't know, nutmeg, that repetitive flute like sample and the way it breaks down, like it does. It keeps repeating, and then it's like in the middle, and it's just, oh man, yeah, love it, absolutely love it. Actually had that down as one of my most rewindable moments because we have these little categories, and every time I hear nutmeg and the transition into one, it just becomes like, I love that.
I guess maybe it's a cliche, but that he escapes categorization, but obviously he's really comfortable on Raekwon and that kind of coke rap stuff. Like he can jump on and he go, as you say, backpack rap stuff. I mean, he made a whole album of R&B jams, basically. Like he can play the Lover Man and so yeah, like, but it doesn't feel like he jumps around for no good reason, though. I mean, he's not a guy who kind of signs off on an album and says, okay, now I got to do my Lil Wayne rebirth or whatever. It all kind of makes sense. And I think he carries, a part of that is that he carries a certain mystique still, which is obviously getting increasingly rare. Just because we live in an age now more with kind of 24-hour access to our artists, and there's less room for mystery. But I think he carries a sense of he gives you just enough about him. He's not a common he's I suppose that's because he's always been good at creating cinematic music, creating very colorful, cartoonish kind of music too. I mean, like, that's it. I feel like the kind of deeper I get into him, the more it feels like the more space there is to learn more about him. But at the same time, I don't necessarily want to know either. I don't necessarily need to know everything about Ghostface the person, because I suppose Ghostface the artist gives you enough to delve into.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And there's one way you described it perfectly in the book, I thought, where you called him a limitless rapper. And I just thought that is perfect because it feels like we have a category which is hottest bars on the album and like some of your favorite just lyrics. And I was like, with this tsunami of abstract lyricism, like just this incoherent beauty, this whole album, I feel, which is like, it teeters on the edge of either, and Limitless is actually perfect. So I was like, you can go back and keep listening and you get more and more out of little couplets, more so than most albums. And then I found I actually really enjoyed that. That's why I got into Doom, and I think people now like Earl, and there are people out now who kind of Car is perfect example of a rapper who in a couplet can have you thinking for hours, and I feel like Ghost's fragmented style on this kind of comes forward in that same thing. I know this album is stacked full of just anthems and also trademark lyrics. Is there any for you that you feel like, yeah man, that lyric always stands with me?
Well, I think like if you want a kind of a crash course on at least trying to delve into what Ghostface does as a writer, as a person who just kind of clearly absolutely loves language and uses it in kind of ways that I think would never come to another human being. Like I think Nutmeg is like, I mean, he's only got 2 verses on it because RZA has the 3rd verse, but like the wordplay is just like so dense and so kind of electrified and alive. And yeah, like, he's, I think within like a handful of bars, he's somehow name dropped like John McEnroe, Rapunzel, he's talking, I kind of, I think sometimes, it's just the awe of it, like the awe of maybe as like a writer as well, like the awe of this kind of use of language and the kind of the I suppose did I say limitless in the book? Yeah,
you
limitless,
did say limitless,
limitlessness or bottomlessness either maybe, because I just feel like he's rapping in that song and say it turns out to be only 2 verses, but in such a way that I believe that whatever zone he was in that day that he recorded that song, he probably just kind of kept going.
Yeah, because that is one of the ones he made in Benin, right? Because there are all these conflicting reports, but there's a few tracks he made when he was in Africa, and like Nutmeg is supposed to be one of those, I've heard. Because when you think of those, doesn't he say on there your shit is scampy, which I feel like is one of the best disses that I've not used yet. But that shit is scampy is just so good. And you said he clearly loves the English language, like you've said, and he's eating seasoned giraffe ribs. I mean, come on, dude, have you ever tried giraffe ribs? I'd love to know. Has anybody tried giraffe ribs? Jesus. But yeah, no, just mad. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. One of Ghost's most appealing things is his swag and his fashion and just his whole demeanor, like you said. And he doesn't just limit it to the audio or the videos. He lives it, as we know. So I was watching the Mighty Healthy video, and some of the swag in that is unbelievable. That might be some of my favourite, like, Ghost look. Although Apollo Kids with the ice cream and the robe and the mask and the dressing gown, all of that is amazing as well. I was going to ask you then, if you had to, right? Not had to, but if you want to, you can have any swag or any memorabilia of Ghost, from the mask to the wallabies to the chinchillas to the wrist pieces. What are you going for, my man?
I think, I think he's known for like, he's quite enjoys a bathrobe.
He does enjoy a bathrobe.
So yeah, I think one of Ghostface bathrobes would be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you rock it outside of a bathroom? Would you rock it to work? Would you rock it, Ghost is on it. I reckon you might be able to get away with it, Dean. Turn up to the office in a Ghostface bathrobe.
Yeah. Maybe so. I might need to wear one of his masks with it as well, though. But he had one. I think I've seen him with one with like Tony Stark emblazed across the vest of Tony Stark's. Yeah, so that would be quite a nice bit of memorabilia. Yeah,
that would be crushed out heavenly, I would say. That would be crushed out heavenly. I'm going to keep squeezing these in. I'm going to keep squeezing these little nuggets in where I can.
Oh yeah, he also had didn't he once have he had like a gold, was it a hawk or an eagle or something?
I
that he used
feel
to wear
it was an eagle. Yeah.
An eagle, yeah. So I don't know if I could walk down Dame Street here in Dublin in my Ghostface bathrobe with a a gold eagle on my
Right.
wrist.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be the definition of crushed out heavenly.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. Just as a little side note then there, you've got the attire. You've got to wear it to one of these three then.
Okay.
Wedding, job interview, or funeral. You've got to wear it to one. Which one and why?
Oh, like job interview, I suppose. I mean, that would just be the most baffling. Yeah. I mean, I think if I was on the other side of that, if I was like at a wedding or funeral and someone walked in, I don't know if it'd be. I'd be somewhat baffled, maybe. But if I was like hosting a job interview and someone came in that kind of gear, I'd be like, I'd 100% want to give that person a job. So
you're getting hired. Don't need to see the CV. You're hired.
Yeah. I guess it's a good opportunity then to talk about a couple of other tunes like "Stroke of Death," and that kind of really aggressive, backward snatching sound. Again, and I always like a rapper who will take a beat that would make, I would say, like 90% of rappers just walk towards the studio door. And somehow make into a classic. Like you see kind of later on as well when Ghost is rapping over Dilla Donuts era beats. Amazingly, and again, which like 95% of MCs just wouldn't be able to take down whatsoever. So I think "Stroke of Death" is one of those. It's just such a crazy instrumental, but like it's one of those like you need a vocalist who can rein it in, and I guess like almost tame it, and I think he does that, but not just do that, but then make it into like a classic song, on its own right. And I guess one of my other favorites would be Malcolm. Like that has the kind of Isaac Hayes sample. I mean, like Ghost could obviously he rapped over Isaac Hayes' "Walk On By" on what was it? "I Can't Go to Sleep." So he's one of the great, obviously no great digger is complete without basically the complete works of Isaac Hayes. But I always associate Ghost with Isaac Hayes as the kind of hip hop inspiration.
Didn't Chris Rock say about "Stroke of Death" it makes you want to stab your babysitter, which I think is perfect.
Yeah, it's interesting that like a lot of people put a lot of faith in or a lot of stock into Chris Rock's musical taste, and particularly on this album, like his love of this album is quite famous.
Yeah.
Maybe it's mostly built on that quote or whatever the quote was, because it was quite striking. But but yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously he loves his hip hop, and I think he has listed this as one of his favorite albums.
Yeah, I mean it's there. I mean, there's so much more to, because when you think about the beat, it's like a mistake that's gone right and so perfectly right. And then yet on there he's talking about him being the Black Boy George. Like, let's not forget he's still bringing that, and also talking about things dripping on his chinny chin chin, and on Malcolm I think is even like, I think it is Malcolm actually, where they talk about the Mace beef and like how his mate like broke his jaw. Big up Icham, and you're like, wow, this is still got loads of layers to it, despite there being this overarching like, geez, I've never heard, it's so strange, I'd never heard this. I was listening to Child's Play earlier, a track that I'm not gonna lie, I do tend to skip, and I was just still thinking that's also quite strange. Like, there are quite a few strange moments on this album, like that kind of thing. Woodrow the Basshead, where I was like, I wouldn't put it past him. I would not put it past him. He's named him after an American president. Like, I think that's very knowing of him to have done something like that. And yeah, all these moments, they all kind of amalgamate into this, just magnificent art. Absolutely. Well, there you go. That was a little bit of flavour what's happening on the Patreon. We've got MF Doom episodes, we've got Jay Dilla episodes, we've got already Ghost Love coming in. Man, we've got YouTube lives there kicking off, man. We went into our 1994 deep cuts recently, and that was brilliant for like an hour and a half, and it was just great. It was wicked fun. So if you enjoy that, patreon.com youtube.com/crate808, or go to crate808.com and just subscribe, spread the word. And now, without further ado, the man himself, Cappadonna, let's go. Yo, welcome to Crate 808, and today we have a very special guest on board. It's the man who's too ill and represents Park Hill. You can even see his face on the $20 bill. Yes, it's the guy whose devastating Hot 97 mentality keeps him on point for a 4-digit salary. A rapper who enters your chamber like Freddie entered Dream, discombumberate your technique and your scheme. He drinks martinis on the slang rocks. Yes, it's the certified chatterbox who every evening has a by myself meeting thinking who's going to be the next to catch beating. We've got Captain of the Dons, the original, Cappa Slappa himself. Cappadonna in the house. How you doing, bro? So nice to see you.
It's good to be seen, man. It's good to be here. You know what I'm saying?
How's life treating you, man?
Chilling out in the great outdoors. I can't complain.
That's it. You're looking good, bro.
Cousins out here.
Boom.
My cousins in the back.
Boom. You know Respect. Killer Hill. There it is, man. So thankful for having you on, bro. I got to ask you a question I ask everyone before we jump in. Cappa, man, what's the least hip-hop thing you've done in the last 24 hours, my man?
The least hip-hop thing?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. In the last 24 hours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, shit, I just drove from motherfucking Maryland to New York for this show tonight.
Okay.
At the Peace and Unity thing in Park Hill, Staten Island, Snug Harbor.
Nice. I love that.
With Ghostface, Ja Rule, Ashanti, Deck.
Damn.
And a couple of other people.
That's gonna be live, man. That's gonna be live.
Yeah. Man. That's gonna be live.
So you're doing a solo set?
Yes, that's how we doing it out here, man.
Nice. Tell me then, on that set, what's the track you're kicking off with? What's the track you're going to kick off your set with?
Oh, I'm gonna come in with the Pillage.
Oof, yes.
Yeah, I'm just straight off the back, no playing around, just coming with that.
Love it. Love that, man. I love that.
The Pillage.
Yeah. That's the energy. Let's get it started
they can't
right.
Say nothing after that. Then after that, I might come in with check for a nigga or something.
Okay. Where's Winter Warz dropping? Near the end?
Yeah, near the end.
Man,
I'm gonna do that near the end.
Serious. That's serious, man. Cappa, man, I could go in. Your history is like big in the game, but I just wanted to. I was listening to Raekwon. Rae had a chat with Talib recently. I don't know if you heard it. And in that, your name gets brought up, and Rae says if anyone off our block was going to make it, it was always going to be Cappa first. How does that make you feel, man, when you hear that?
I didn't even hear it.
Oh,
but hearing it now, it gives me a sense of honor. I feel honored by that. You know what I mean? I feel like brothers, honor and respect me enough to place those kind of positions on me, without even my noticing it. It's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, just to have that kind of, intellect on my behalf. I appreciate it, and I'm humbled.
Yeah.
It humbles me.
Man.
Yeah.
You live on and on as people keep mentioning you in the stories and the history. If your name keeps getting mentioned, you're still alive to me. So that's how I feel, man, when I hear your name being brought up in deep chats like that. And man, we could go into so many different ways in this chat. But one thing for me that I loved as a kid, when I heard Wu, when I heard you, I always thought there was a special chemistry between all of you, but you, Rae and Ghost happened with this kind of trinity. And I was wondering if I could ask you, what was so special about that trinity that probably wasn't anywhere else or anywhere else you could find?
Well, you know, we was the flamboyant ones. We was the ones coming from the fashion district.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the slang bishop sidewalk. You know, that's how we did it from because we kind of grew up close around each other and we was into all of the same things. So our chemistry just created, you know, that kind of balance for us right there. Then they were forced to do songs like Fish, Ice Cream, Daytona. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know, I came in behind them. So I had to kind of adjust my flow to fit the characteristics of what they was doing. And that was a challenge for me because, you know, they was already ping-ponging back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, they was like they was like the Gilligan and Skipper.
Yeah. Sick reference. I like that. That's interesting. You saying it's a challenge for you, bro. How did you overcome it? Did you just put extra hours in? Was it like a little bit of fate or luck, or was it just taking the moment? How did you get over that?
Well, a lot of stuff was done in-house. So, you know, that gave us the home court advantage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just by me constantly being around them and seeing and hearing and observing how they was moving, it was like, oh, I just fell right into sync. Yeah. It's like even during that during that times, you know, there were certain other habits that was also instilled on me, like, you know, with the meat and all of that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been 30 deep now.
Damn. Crazy. Respect. 30 deep and crazy. You're still bringing stuff out, man. It's amazing. When you were doing that then, and two questions then. One, what was that first moment you realized you could click with them two guys, Ghost and Rae, through rhyming? Like, do you remember there being a moment? And two, when did rap?
Well, I knew that me and Rae we was going to click because when I first found out he could rap, we were sending each other kites on the paper because he was in he was in a friend of mine's class. Right. And my friend said, yo, this dude could rap. We ain't had cell phones at that time.
Yeah.
So he sent it on a scribe and I was able to read his rap. Man. So I was like, oh shit, that was the first time I was able to read somebody rap.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was like, so I started writing them back and forth, and that's how I knew that we was able to click like that.
Damn. And what about Ghost then? How about Ghost?
And Ghost, he the same way because he was bouncing off of him and Rae was bouncing off each other. So we all just bounced off each other. It's like a pair of ping pongs. The triple joints, the cabanas.
The cabanas. Man, that's true. That's so true. And then obviously I got to kick off with Ice Cream because the first time I think a lot of us saw you, headband. I mean, that was a look, bro. That was a look. I remember that look. Your looks generally, can I just shout you out for a second? The costume changes in the Triumph video are unreal. Like, you were just...
appreciate that. Especially for that time.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially for that time.
Man.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was different. I think that was Riz's idea, though.
Oh, okay. For the Triumph costume.
That was Riz's idea.
He's a genius, man.
Yeah, he did a great job. And Rae directed a lot of it.
Oh, okay. What, the whole video?
Yeah, the Triumph video. Yeah, Rae and Quincy Jones.
Damn, I saw Quincy he's in the video. I know that. Ray's on there.
Yeah, so they did most of the orchestrating in that.
Damn, wicked.
I just played my part, you know what I mean? Like a good general.
Man, and what a part, man. That stuck out to me. I was going to say that Ice Cream video, seeing you on there, just the flavor, the extravaganza, it was just amazing. But for you, how do you remember that time before you jumped on Ice Cream, the moment you jumped on Ice Cream? How do you remember it now, man?
I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember just, you know, you got coming to get me. We going to the studio up there on the hill. Riz was there, and I heard that song. Rae and Ghost wasn't there. It was just their vocals. Meth wasn't on it yet either. Right. And then I dropped my vocals on it. Riz was like, yo, you want to get on this? I was like, nah, I'm good. He's like, nah, get on it. That was my introduction.
Yeah.
To everything. That was the first song I did.
Yeah, man.
So we did that video and all of that. I didn't even want to do the video. I didn't know it was going to be a single. I didn't know nothing about that.
Damn. What?
I didn't know. So that's how it all started right there.
Damn, that's crazy. That's amazing. Because I remember, like, through the years, you know, Wu heads, there's so many interviews, so many stories. And one that stuck out to me when I heard it back in the day was Ghost saying how you bodied the whole clan, like, in a battle. And I was just like, what? Cappa was going on like that? Do you remember that battle? Do you remember bodying?
Yeah, I remember that. You know, my intentions wasn't to body anybody.
Of course.
I just wanted to, you know, get busy with the crew and show what we could do. But it ended up like that. So yeah, shit started happening, and you know, I took the prize.
Yeah, yeah.
I took the prize. It wasn't intentional though.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. The brotherhood is real, man. It feels like competition, but like brotherly competition as well. And I feel like there's a lot of that in all the Wu. Do you remember any moment, like, because that sounded to me when he was saying that, it sounded like he was a bit like, oh my God, I'm a bit in awe of my brother. Do you remember a moment where you were kind of in awe of other members or your peers at that time or around that time?
Yeah, I was in awe just over the whole successful ordeal. You know, the fact that they were signed, because I was locked up, incarcerated at the time. So I heard about it mostly from there. And I seen them cream and check your neck and all that shit. And I was like, yo, this is beautiful, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love that. And then before we move on then, because I know you're a battler, well, all of you are battle MCs. Do you remember your hardest battle, Cappa?
I think it was probably one of the battles that I wasn't prepared for.
Oh, right. Okay.
With this kid, yeah. It was at the Blaze battles back in the days. I was battling against this dude called Breeze Everflow.
Right. Right. Is he still about? Yeah. Still around?
Breeze? I'm not sure.
Okay.
I tried to get him in the studio, but he couldn't rock in the studio though.
Oh right, damn. It's a different game, isn't it? It's a different game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like we're talking about like the Wu, and obviously there was, I think a lot of Wu gets talked about, rightly so, right? But there's certain albums, certain tracks, certain artists that I feel like, I don't know, deserve a bit more time. And I always thought Wu Forever deserves a bit more time. Like that album, man, when that album came out, it was sick. Over here in Europe and England, it was just like massive. You were obviously on it, all over it. And I was wondering about your just fondest memories of that time, of the Forever double disc album.
They might be able to drop it again if we continue to own the rights.
Yeah.
They could redo it, re-drop it again. But as far as the time spending, you know, with the everything on the radio and all that, you know, has a little bit of tisk and task.
Right. But from that time, do you remember it being a good time? What were you going through at that time? Like when you were lacing them tracks?
I mean, we were just moseying, man. We was together doing our thing and making it happen. Like we was at that Wu Mansion.
Yeah. How was that?
That's where it really. That's where the energy was.
Paint that picture, man. Paint a picture of the Wu Mansion for me. What was that like, man?
It's like you know, it's like being in the camp.
Yeah.
Being in the camp with in a big log cabin. Just out there getting your train on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice on the inside. Spacious, a lot of rooms, movie theater, gym.
Damn. Okay. And is that so? Going to Triumph again one more time. When did you first hear? Because I know you laced it all when you say, but when did you hear that deck verse for the first time? That Bomb Atomically.
Right. As soon as he did it.
Oh, you were there when he was spitting it.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like the Wu Mansion, bro. We did some of it in LA though.
Right. Okay. I
Right.
see.
But we mixed it up. But it was that energy. Everybody was out to kill. We wanted to kill that mic.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, the energy was vigorous at that time.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Because it just makes me think of like people who don't know Wu, especially over here, and like spreading the Wu word and, you know, getting people to know who these people are. I was wondering for you, if like aliens came to Earth, yeah, and and you had to describe to them what the Wu-Tang Clan and what Cappadonna means for this world, how would you put that?
Man, they say we the first non-born. The first non-born from out the gate that came in a unit like that, all for one cause.
So true.
To come together, unify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To unify. That's the really unpredictable talent and natural game.
Yeah. Do you still see that energy today? Do you see that energy today in the music?
It's spread out. It's spread out. You know what I mean? I think we growing into different business ventures. Okay.
So it's like not just the music anymore. It's bigger than the music. That's what it is, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got the family, got the kids. Yep.
Yeah. So when you were working with the Wu, and let's move on to something like Ironman, like that, obviously you're on the cover there, bang, iconic. What do you remember about that? Because I've heard like you were all writing together and you were giving people verses and everyone was helping each other out a little bit. Do you remember any verses you'd given like Rae or Ghost or anything like that? Or was it all, no, we all wrote our own stuff?
Yeah, we all wrote our own stuff at that time. Yeah, no, everybody writes their own stuff. We all got unique talents, unique skills, you know. We'll bounce off each other, probably use a couple of words here and there.
Yeah.
You know? But other than that, we, you know, when we in the room together, that's when it really get, you know.
Yeah.
That's when we can really show off.
Do you still get to do that? Because I know you've been dropping music all the time, but do you get to be in a room with other artists and write with them now? Or is it all over email?
Well, since the, you know, the pandemic and all that.
For sure.
Yeah. We gotta chill out. But other than that, yeah, we used to pop up.
Yeah.
Pop up. I still go to the studio though.
Okay.
I've been going. My last album was Tarzan.
Yeah. Block Tarzan.
Yeah, Black Tarzan. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it. And then moving on then, Winter Warz. I mean, everyone talks to you about Winter Warz all the time. And freestyle is just one of the best verses of all time anyway. But I just wanted to zone in on one word I love on that verse, man. Discombumberate, right? For you, first of all, do you even know that's from a film? Where did it come from for you?
Say that again?
Do you know that comes from a Disney film?
That quote's from Disney?
That's a Disney film. I heard it in a Disney film as well. I think it's Sword of the Stone, 1963. They have a little song, like an animal says discombumberate. And I was like, oh my days, Cappa was on this tip.
Yeah, discombumberate, like just tear you apart from all different kinds of angles.
Damn, that was
and then put you back together. Reconstruct your design.
I love that. What was the clan say? What was the squad say when you came in and just spat that? Like, what was their reactions? Do you remember their reactions to that?
They was like, "Yo, you smashed that."
Yeah.
They was like, "That's the one."
Yes. That's it. Love that. And it was though. It really was.
I couldn't believe it.
I know. La the Dark Man was supposed to be on there as well, and you just like beasted it. It. Man, unbelievable.
Yeah. I was grateful for that spot. I was grateful.
Yeah, man, you grabbed it with both hands. Absolutely. I was going to say, Cappa, right, because you're on Supreme. You go on to be on loads of different projects. Is there a project that you worked on as a crew that you remember like the most, like just vivid, and your like happy memories of it?
As far as the clan,
Yeah, as a squad, or maybe with Ghost, or I know you've done a few things on the side.
the pillage.
Yes.
Because when I worked on that, everybody was at the studio. Like I didn't even have to ask nobody to get on it. Just coming in and splashing it.
Damn. Because Goldfingers
so that was the greatest of them all, right there.
Man, because that title track, Goldfingers on there, man.
Yeah, Goldfinger, True Master, Fourth Disciple.
Sick.
Nice combination.
Yeah, it really felt like
mathematics put it all together though. A lot of mathematics.
Right.
He put the skits in there and put the order together.
I see. Because I remember when I heard that recently, I listened to the title track Pillage, and you know what, bro? That's Griselda now. Like, I love Griselda, but when you hear stuff off the Pillage, especially stuff like that, obviously Run, and you've got like Milk the Cow, a lot of that spirit is in stuff like Griselda. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I thought I'd point that out to you in case you hadn't, because that track could be there now. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever listen back to the album a lot then? I know you say you're performing it. Do you ever like bump it? Do you ever bump your work generally? Yeah.
I got everything popping right now, man. It's like, everything is online right now. They're not going. They played a couple of joints on 45 though.
Right.
Shay 45 be playing my joints. Yeah, you got to get them played out there on the radio.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. That's
I got plenty of joints, man. Go to www.glfent.com.
Yes. Okay, definitely. I'll catch that. Mate, big up on that as well. Big up on that. Because just talk about the Pillage quickly before I finish. The album, when I listened to it recently, it felt like just a whirlwind, man. Like an energy you were bringing to that. It was like you knew at that point, this is my shot. I'm going for it. And I was wondering at that time, your creative process, was that sitting down? Were you sitting down and really writing that? It felt to me like you were just like, bang, I'm just going to bang this out like quick.
Like I said, again, we was at the mansion and all that energy was coming from everywhere.
Right.
That's why I called it the Pillage, because it was like everybody was together at that time. It wasn't all of these responsibilities. That was our only focus.
Yeah.
That was our cause.
Yeah.
So it was powerful. It was strong. It was Tyson in his prime.
Yeah, man. Yeah, beautiful. And then, but to see you do stuff on W, oh man, I just remember about the W. One of my favorite tracks, right? I even got it here. I got it for this Careful, Click, right? That track is unreal. Mate, you do your thing, right? I need to ask you about that for you. Like, do you remember making Careful? Do you remember that session still? Like, and the video?
I remember more or less the video.
Yes.
I remember the video because we had real guns in that video.
Oh, damn.
They had blanks in them and we were shooting them at each other. Boom, boom, boom. that just and all of us together, because we don't have a lot of songs with all of us together. So that was another thing, that gave me, goosebumps.
Yeah. And that's again why it's one of my favorites, is because it felt like that coming back again after all them years. Do you remember that? Who thought of the concept of the blade go click click bang bang rumpa pump pump? Do you remember who even thought of that idea?
I'm not sure, but I know we all came with whatever we thought was the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason I feel like Ghost was in that, or Ghost and RZA. I mean,
yeah. I feel that,
but it's ill though.
Yeah,
I like when you guys said something in the slums went rump bump bump.
Man, YouGod's got that. He's got the sound bites, bro. You can take one or two lines. So have you, to be fair. You can take one or two lines and just make a whole song out of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sick, man.
yeah.
Sick.
He got some fire
For sure, man. I heard actually, I was talking to Del, the Funky Homo Sapien, recently, and he was saying he's working with YouGod's son, who's spitting now. I didn't know that. That's crazy. YouGod's son spitting now. That's lovely.
Yeah, they out here working.
I love that.
They out here working, yo.
I love it.
For
Love
real,
it.
they doing the thing. They Junior Wu, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
YDB, all of them doing songs together.
Love that.
I'm trying to get them to cop some of this GLF clothing.
Yes.
God love family. God love family clothing, man.
That's it. That's it.
Get that. Get that right there. Go to www.glfent.com. Get some of them fly clothes, man.
That's it. People do that.
Sets, sweatsuits, hats, headbands,
Headbands.
all kind of stuff. Vests for the ladies.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that, Cappa, man. Man, so just before then, I need to just ask you, because we could talk about any one of these careers and albums that you've done, but I thought just to get into it, if you're up for doing it, a little bit of word association with you, because you're the slang editorial, slang minister. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, if I list you each of the Wu members, if you could just give me one word that comes to your mind when I say these names to you, or a story or a memory or something. So if you up for doing that? Are you up for doing that?
All right, good. Well, I got it.
Okay. RZA.
The Abbott.
The Abbott. Perfect. Raekwon.
Raekwon is like he the mob boss of the family.
Nice. I like that. Ghost.
Ghost is like he like the smooth executioner.
Okay. He's definitely got soul. That smoothness. He definitely has that. Inspector Deck.
I don't know how many tomorrows I got left. He like the best Noah.
Yeah.
He like the best Noah like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He got information that hasn't been revealed.
I love that. That's perfectly Deck as well. Perfectly Deck. Jizza.
Well, you already know Jizza's the genius.
Genius. Exactly. Perfectly said. Method Man.
Meth is the he like Superman in our family.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that. That's brilliant. Master Killah.
Master Killah. He's the one that he's like the he's like the first and the ninth general.
Okay.
He's the first and the ninth. That means the beginning and the end.
Yeah. That's deep. That is deep. Okay. YouGod. We spoke on him briefly.
YouGod. Yeah, he's the let me see. He's you can call him the Grudge.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the Grudge.
That's heavy. I've enjoyed that one. And last but very not the least, man, ODB.
Yeah, he's the old dirty bastard, man. There's no father to his style.
No father to his style. Favorite ODB memory from you, Cappa? Have you got a few favorites in there?
Man, every moment was my favorite, man. Just being around the brother for all of the times I was around the brother. But a personal moment was when I met him behind Stapleton Projects, and he was like, "Yo, your name Original, right? I heard about you. You from Park Hill." He was like, I was like, "Yeah." He was like, I'm ODB. I was like, yeah, I know who you are.
Oh.
He's like, yo, kick a rhyme for me. I kicked the rhyme for him, and he kicked one for me, and then we went on our way. It was good to meet.
That's mad. That's so dope. That's so dope, man. That's beautiful. Cappa, man, I just remembered the other day I was watching the video came on YouTube. It was Jay-Z's Do It Again, Put Your Hands Up, right? Put your head, that song. And you're in the video with Ghost in that video.
Yeah.
How do you even remember stepping on that shoot?
Yeah, well, Jay-Z reached out to me and Ghost, and we went over there to the city and did that video with them. Something about some cash and all of that. We stole money in the video. Yeah, it was a beautiful time, man. Beanie was there.
Yeah.
Shout out to them brothers, man. It was good connection.
Yeah, man. That was great, man. Really was. So just quickly then, Cappadonna, the original. You've got so many names. It's brilliant. Do you remember how that landed for you? How did that name land for you?
How did what?
The name, Cappadonna. How did that land for you?
Oh, that came from my brother. My brother, the Boomer.
Right.
Boomer. Yeah, he called me Cappa Slappa when I just out of nowhere. Then I just put the slapper part to Donna, Cappadonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, some hood shit.
I love that. That's sick, man. That's sick. And then just quickly, Mics and Men, man. I love Mics and Men. I love the Hulu series. How are you feeling on it? Are you enjoying it? You looking forward to the new series coming out this year?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing more action. I want to see us doing some cameos in there, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'll spice it up a whole lot.
100%.
And yeah, other than that, you know, I think that's it. I think we should have more hands on.
Yeah. Mics and Men was amazing to see you boys all like just chilling, doing your thing. That energy, I felt it, man, and it took me back to as a kid, just seeing this brotherhood thrive and setting examples, man. I feel that's what's been incredible. Even hearing, I remember when you took a bit of a hiatus from the game and hearing how you went back to the street and you went back to the people around you. And I don't know what year that was, but like I remember then hearing stories about you driving cabs and doing all this stuff. How does that,
about 2000 something?
Yeah. How did that put you in? How did you feel doing that? Like, what drove you doing that? And now, how do you feel looking back? Like, is it kind of vital that you did that? Do you feel?
I mean, it probably affected some of the things I do in the music, but it was good. It was good for me. It was good for what I was doing, man. I was just, you know, getting in tune with reality and just staying grounded. You know, I could have went about it another way, but I chose that way so that, you know, my strength can be seen and my weakness.
I love that. Because that knowledge of self, you guys have brought that knowledge of self. That's one of the pillars we've been taught as kids of hip hop. And that's how we try to live. You know, hip hop isn't just music, obviously, as you know, but for people who are listening, this was a way of life. This was like knowing, questioning everything. And for nowadays, this knowledge of self, how do you think for a young rap fan, how can you get on that path to getting a bit more knowledge of self, would you say, for a younger listener now?
You gotta take some time out for yourself and get into yourself. Study yourself. See, you know, the best parts of you, what you believe in, what you want to change about yourself, what you could do to make it greater, things around you, people, places, things. If you want to move, if you want to have different friends that's going to help you get to further in life. It's just about growth and development, changing of a mind. It's a mind state.
Yeah. It's deep, man. That's deep. I love that. So Cappa, before we go, I just had a few questions. We're a 90s hip hop podcast, so having you 90s legends come on and talk to us about the game, then I wanted to know for you, in that decade, in the 90s, if you could have been a fly on the wall in any recording session, which session would you like to have been a fly on the wall on?
When Rae, Ghost, and Nas did the song together.
Yeah, on Mob's album.
Rae Ghost and Nas did that joint because I was supposed to be there, and I was on the street. Wow.
Damn. Okay. Were you going to be on that track as well?
Huh?
Were you going to be on the track?
Yeah, I was going to get on that. I was going to get on that.
Damn. Okay. I didn't know that. Right. Okay. And also, 90s wise, is there any lessons do you think we could learn from that era, or are there things that you prefer that are left behind in the 90s that you're glad that we don't have around anymore? Do you have anything on that?
Well, you know, the crack epidemic is down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that played a major part in hip hop in the 90s. So, you know, that's calmed down. Yeah. So, yeah, at least on this side, you know what I mean? So I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
Got to be more creative about what you rap about now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where the swag comes through, though, bro. When you're rhyming what you're rhyming, you know, it's timeless in that sense. Do you know what I mean? It'll always work for me. So, okay, man, before you go then, Cappa, two things. One, we have like a playlist and we ask guests for tracks, Wu-Tang bangers that are slept on Wu-Tang bangers. So any tracks or projects, including the Pillage, that you feel deserve a bit more shine or a bit more love. Is there any that come to your minds when I say that?
I mean, dart throwing.
Okay.
Dart throwing could get some play.
Yeah.
Any one of those joints off of there, man.
Yeah.
Run, because a lot of them didn't play on the radio like that.
Yeah.
And still, because they play a lot of other joints like Cream and, you know, most of that stuff. I ain't hear Run on the radio. Tell them to play that.
Yeah. O'Donnell, mate. O'Donnell's another one, which was mate.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Slept on.
Absolutely. I love that.
But the album did well, though. Went gold in 2 weeks.
Whose idea was it with the baseball bat on the cover? Was that your idea on the artwork?
Yeah, that was me. Me.
You get on a tee now, man. It looks hot. But Cappa, man, thank you for joining us, bro. Before we go,
brother,
do you mind if I get a promo off you at the end of this? Is that all good? Just a quick little promo.
A promo?
Yeah, a quick one. Is that all good?
90s hip hop?
No, just to say you're listening to crate808.com, Crate 808 podcast. This is Cappadonna, blah, blah, blah. However you want to make it, bro. So it's called the Crate 808 podcast.
Crate 8?
Crate 808, like an 808 machine.
Crate 808. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, what up? This Big Cappadonna, and you listening to Crate 808 on the gate. Word up. Don't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? Cappuccino the Great in your mind state. Straight up and down. Wu-Tang Killer bees on the swarm. Let's go. Boom.
Man, boom. Killed it. Absolutely killed it. So before you go, Cappa, man, we always ask the guests.
I lost the view.
Oh, damn. It's all good. I can see you. Can you see me?
Nah.
Oh, damn. Okay. It's the connection. Okay. But Cappa, thank you, bro. I appreciate you coming on. Take it easy and just keep bringing the fire, bro. Just keep bringing that fire.
All right, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. And get over to the UK with the Woo again. We need you, boys. We need you, man.
Be out there soon. Stay alert.
That's it. Big up, bro. Peace out. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.